Nascido em Londres e formado pela Universidade de Oxford, Self é considerado um dos grandes literários da atualidade. Além de Como Viver os Mortos, Self tem outros 5 romances: Grandes Cimos, Minha Ideia de Direção e Cookbook. Esses já foram publicados no Brasil. Self é jornalista, colabora com TV e revistas na Inglaterra e hoje mora com sua esposa, que também é jornalista, e seus 4 filhos. Confira essa entrevista. Nascido em Londres e formado pela Universidade de Oxford, e considerado um dos grandes literários britânicos da atualidade, além de Como Vive os Mortos, Self tem outros romances publicados, como Grandes Cimos, Minha Ideia de Direção e Cookbook. Já foram traduzidos todos esses no Brasil. Self é jornalista, tem presença frequente na televisão e na rádio inglesa. Colabora com vários jornais e revistas também. Hoje, o escritor mora em Londres, com a sua esposa, que também é jornalista, e seus 4 filhos. Vamos conferir essa entrevista. Nice to meet you, Will.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes.
How do you like to be in Brazil?
Well, I always think that Brazil is like a mirror world. It is such a big society. It is so polyglot, so diverse, and so vital that it is its own world entire. So to come to Brazil is like space travel. It's like going to another planet. It's true. It's true of very few countries in the world. It's probably true of China. It's certainly true of India, and it's true of Brazil. So it's an amazing place to visit. Yes.
Do you think that Brazil at some place can contribute for any ideas for your books regarding our people, our culture? Do you think there's any insight of Brazil that can inspire you for your books?
Well, literature is an interesting thing because in a way you want to write things that are universal, that even though they may be set in a particular culture, contain elements that anybody can identify with from anywhere because they affect them emotionally or they affect their thinking. Nonetheless, all writers also have the furniture of their books, what they write about. But I'm not the kind of writer who can really move into a society and immediately borrow its furniture in that way. I mean, I remember when I was here years ago, the American writer John Updike had been here and he'd written a book called Brazil. And lots of Brazilian people were very outraged by this because he had spent a week in Rio and felt that apparently he had got lots of things wrong in this book and it had been a lot of misapprehensions in the book. For example, I've spent maybe over the years, maybe a total of a year or a year and a half in Australia. And I've written about 30 or 40 pages of my literary output has been set in Australia, and I've published millions of pages. So that's how long I would have to be here before. Yeah, it might affect me in some other ways, but I wouldn't dream of actually setting anything in Brazil unless I lived here for more than a year. It just wouldn't occur to me, because it would be ignorant. You don't know how to read a society unless you've been in. Language is a crucial thing, of course. I mean, even in Australia they speak English, so...
Yeah. Well, from where does your main aspirations come from? Do they have a special place, a special moment, or it's just a click, an idea that suddenly comes to your mind?
Well, I think that a lot of people who don't perhaps work in creative fields misunderstand the imagination. A lot of it is just, combinatorial. It's almost very banal. It's like a computation. I think creative people are constantly mixing things that appear to other people to be at odds and strange. The Scottish philosopher David Hume said, there is nothing strange about gold, there's nothing strange about a mountain. If you put them together, you have a gold mountain, and that is a strange thing. And a lot of the imagination is concerned with mixing ideas and images together in that way, just over and over again in your mind, and some people have a facility for that. And it's also staying in a receptive state where you're attentive to what you're thinking yourself and you're attentive to the world. So you ask me where the ideas come from. They come from everywhere. Yes.
At any moment.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, if you meet young writers or people who are interested in having a creative career, they always say, "Oh, what should I do? Carry a bit of paper and a pencil." I mean, this is hard science. You know, your short-term memory lasts for 3 minutes, and if you do not get an idea, commit an idea to paper within that 3-minute period, you may well lose it forever. So it's very, very simple. The things you can do to assist yourself creatively are so simple in that way.
So can I say, can I be a writer, or do I have to have a special creative mind for that?
I think you also you need a real taste for being alone and for solitude. It's not. I think a lot of people who are interested in books and they love to read and they're interested in language and what they don't quite get is that you've got to be prepared to spend not just weeks or months but actually years of your life alone with yourself, and that's if you don't enjoy that, then it's torture for people, and they sit down to write and they think, "Oh, I can't write, my ideas won't come, I can't figure out." It's not actually that. What they can't really stand is being alone, but they can't recognize it because it seems so strange. It's so non-social in that way.
Maybe your name helps yourself.
Well, it's like all things. I mean, there are a lot of people called Self, and it's not that uncommon a name. Not lots, but and when you're a kid and you grow up with a strange name, you're just used to it. It's part of your life.
Okay, well.